14 days is all we have left. That's how long we have to wait until the biggest ever update makes its way to GTA Online. I cannot wait. I am so curious to see how this update compares to some of the other big updates in the game, right? The Doomsday Heist, the Casino Heist. It's definitely going to be exciting. And today, Rockstar actually released the Red Dead Online update, so there's nothing holding them back. I think this week we're going to get some new information on the DLC, but regardless, exciting times are ahead. In this video though, I wanted to talk specifically about the villain of this DLC. We don't know much about him other than the fact that his name is El Rubio. And in this video, I want to take a look at who this El Rubio might be and how that actually could tie into the overarching story of GTA Online. Now, really, the only two things we know already about this El Rubio character comes from that first teaser trailer. There was, at the beginning of it, it said the El Rubio dossier was initializing, and then the NPC that showed up on the beach, we can read one of his known affiliations was El Rubio. In the actual trailer that was like a minute long, Rockstar didn't really mention this particular character. They only really showed off the new island. So maybe at the end of this week, we might get some information regarding who we're actually heisting. But these are the only two clues we can go off of. So who might this character be? Well, El Rubio actually translates into the blonde. And that could be very interesting considering Agatha Baker has blonde hair. Rockstar kicked off this teasing of this new DLC by having some construction at the casino. That's where Agatha Baker works. It would be interesting if they somehow connected those two dots. Although El in, I guess, Spanish, it refers to a masculine word. And obviously Agatha Baker is a woman, so I don't necessarily think El Rubio could be Agatha Baker. That would be pretty crazy if somehow she was this master drug cartel leader behind the scenes somehow, but I don't think that's the case. In all reality, I do think that the construction at the casino was kind of just to throw us off. I'm sure there'll be like a new room or something at it, but I don't believe that will connect to this Cayo Perico island. So if it isn't Agatha Baker, who else could it be? It more than likely will just be a random character we've not seen before. Someone, you know, the real life equivalent could be like El Chapo. I think he's one of the biggest Mexican drug cartel leaders. So it wouldn't be too far to think, hey, Rockstar is going to take some inspiration from that. I've seen some theories suggest somehow this El Rubio character is Martin Madrazo's like boss, like the guy above Martin Madrazo. That could be an interesting way to tie this character into the game, into the characters we already know. But honestly, to me, the El Rubio character, another theory was that somehow this El Rubio character was related to the Duggan family because obviously like we took the casino from them. But from what we've seen, it doesn't really sound like this El Rubio character is connected to the casino in any way. Like, why would a random, you know, or one of the biggest drug cartel leaders on an island in the middle of the ocean be connected to a random casino in Los Santos? It just doesn't make much sense logically. So I guess ultimately, I think El Rubio will just be a character we don't know, and he'll just be the drug cartel leader. What's more interesting, though, I think, is actually that character, the NPC, that showed up on the beach. Now, what's even weirder about this character is it appears the character Rockstar showed in the little teaser trailer is not the same NPC that we all saw on the beaches. You can see the one from the teaser trailer looks like it's not naked, and also they're a little bit differently positioned. Also, the briefcases look to be a little different. The one that we got to see in online seemed to be more of like a plastic-ish briefcase, where the one in the teaser seems to almost be like maybe a leatherish looking briefcase. So with that being said, I'm wondering if once this DLC comes out, we find out the character, the NPC that washed up ashore is different than the NPC we saw on the beach. Mainly because the one we saw on the beach that was naked with like only the underwear, that was a reused asset, I believe from, I think it was the slasher or one of the Easter eggs or something like that that happened, or one of the mysteries that happened a couple years ago in GTA Online. Like that same NPC was in it. So it wouldn't surprise me if Rockstar did actually make up a new character once the DLC comes out. But I think apart from that, what's so interesting about that John Doe is how he'll connect to the actual heist. I'm going to go ahead and say this is how it all kicks off. Obviously, he washed up on shore, which probably means someone like Agent 14 or Lester even will notice that. They'll open the briefcase, which I'm sure will have some information in it, and that's how we learn about this drug cartel leader. I'm guessing that this character that washed up on shore was like an informant who worked for El Rubio, and then obviously he got caught doing some stuff. They killed him, threw him in the ocean, and then he showed up on Los Santos's shore. If he was an informant, it would only make sense that Agent 14 would be the person he was interacting with. But then again, Lester's always involved in heists, so I'm sure Lester will somehow be involved in this one as well. But this sort of leads me to the question still is like, why are we even going to this Cayo Perico Island? Why are we even going against this drug cartel leader? And I think how this could connect to the overall GTA story is this. About a couple of months ago, Gerald let us know that his businesses were taking a downturn. He mentioned it in a text. Here's what it said like on their Newswire post. But it said Gerald was planning his escape strategy because what he was doing, wasn't really working. And that now makes sense if this drug cartel leader started doing business in Los Santos. And if that's the case, if this El Rubio started doing business in Los Santos, that would mean a lot of our character friends, such as Gerald and others, would start noticing, and they wouldn't like that. So it would be very, very cool, I think, if the reason our character goes after this drug cartel leader is because all of our sort of friends on both sides of the law want us to, for the betterment of Los Santos. Gerald wants us to, Lester wants us to, Martin, all these other people. I guess you could even include Agent 14. And I think it would be a very cool way to sort of start the end game of GTA Online. Like, we obviously have all this stuff, but if there's a new player in town, everyone wants us to take him out so we could keep the status quo the same. We've made all these connections, and now it's time to use them. Like, now is when sort of everyone comes together to fight back. It'd be a little corny for sure, but I think it could fit, and I think it would be pretty cool if that's how the story went. Sooner or later, we are going to have to, or Rockstar are going to have to let GTA Online go, and it would be a great way to let it go by sort of having everyone we've ever worked with come together to fight this El Rubio. Not saying this is going to be the last GTA Online DLC, but as far as like the story goes, it would be pretty cool, I think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think El Rubio is? Do you think it's a character we already know, or do you think, like I think, that it's just an actual random character we've not met that's the drug cartel leader? Thank you guys for watching, though. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA content, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.